It was an extremely chilly morning with a lot of snow falling and a strong wind blowing. Coming outside in the open was not easy. Nonetheless, it was evident that many were racing to get to work and that youngsters were hurrying to their classrooms with books. Religious students were gathering in a mosque in Hamadan, Iran, for an early morning lesson. It was a prominent Islamic theological institution, and the instructor was a highly esteemed scholar. His talks provoked a lot of thinking, and his pupils were clever as well. The instructor was none other than the renowned and esteemed Persian philosopher and thinker, Ibn Sina, better known in Europe as Avicenna. His publications and lectures on a variety of scientific topics were used as the required reading in European universities' textbooks for hundreds of years. Pupils respected his profoundly philosophical thoughts. They were honored to be seated in his class and listen to his motivational talks. Pupils had already gathered in the mosque that chilly morning, and they were still waiting impatiently for their knowledgeable instructor to arrive. They were wondering if his arrival had been delayed by the extreme cold that day. After a little while, the pupils were taken aback by the elegant entry of their esteemed and knowledgeable professor, Ibn Sina. They were ecstatic and rose to their feet in homage and admiration for him. He took a seat where he always did and greeted his students. He began his talk with the same clear and concise style that had his pupils enthralled. Additionally, he satisfactorily responded to their inquiries. One very youthful and energetic pupil went under the moniker of Bahman. He felt far more a part of and connected to the knowledgeable tutor, Ibn Sina. Among the class's intelligent and advanced pupils, he was also the best. He grew more and more enthralled with his tutor's profound philosophy and subject matter expertise with each passing lecture. I wonder why our tutor, Ibn Sina, does not claim to be a prophet despite his supreme intelligence and magic personality. He would ask his fellow students. It has been said that one day Ibn Sina happened to be standing at a bakery and loaf-selling establishment. The extremely intelligent little child who was exhibiting symptoms of great brilliance caught his interest. My mother is asking for a little fire, the youngster said to the baker. Have you brought any pot to carry the fire? The baker said in response. No, but I know how to handle it. The youngster answered right away. Saying this, he covered his palm with ash and reached out to the baker, who covered him with a chunk of flaming firewood. The youngster accepted it and left without hesitation. Ibn Sina was astonished by the boy's bravery and knowledge. He considered putting him under his personal supervision for specialized training and instruction. The plan was shared with the kid's parents, who accepted and gave the boy their whole attention. As a result, Bahman has only lived in the home of Ibn Sina, his caretaker and educator, ever since. They were frequently spotted together because he was so smart. The youngster took in all the information his instructor had to provide. Under the guidance of his instructor, Bahman matured not only in age, but also in knowledge and comprehension over the years. This very gifted youngster also made the knowledgeable tutor very proud. One of the coldest evenings of the winter season was upon us. It was past midnight, and there was a lot of snow falling. In one chamber, both Ibn Sina and Bahman were resting beneath heavy, warm blankets. The student continued to ask complex inquiries on several difficult issues, even after the room's light had already been turned out. The tutor was answering in his characteristically commanding style. Intrigued by his tutor's profound philosophical understanding and vast knowledge, he reiterated his previous suggestion. He begged, "Oh, my learned tutor, why not declare yourself a prophet, and with all this high status of knowledge you enjoy, and being master of all the sciences? Respected sir, do you not believe that your current standing is unmatched in the world, and that your knowledge even surpasses that of some of the prophets of the past? No one would dare question you if you chose to declare yourself a prophet. I can promise you that I will be the first to pledge my loyalty, and that I will serve you honestly." Bahman Yar's suggestion to his tutor was more sentimental than rational. He was still a young and impressionable student. Ibn Sina remained silent.
Allah also says
and the temperature
that
had dropped
no one will
significantly that
reap
evening.
except
They were
what they
both sound
sow.
asleep already.
It
Ibn
is an
Sina
effective
abruptly woke
reminder
up
of
and
the
lifted his head
idea
out
of
the cozy
cause
blanket
and
as it was
effect.
past midnight.
highlighting that our acts have
and he was quite
repercussions,
thirsty.
and
He
that
made the
we
decision
will
to walk outside and get his
eventually enjoy
pupil
the
some
benefits
water
or
after waking him up.
consequences of
Oh,
our efforts.
Bahman Yar, Bahman
It
Yar, my kid.
emphasizes the
He kept
value
saying,
of
please wake up
personal
and bring me some drinking water from
responsibility
outside.
and accountability.
Sir, why is there no water in the water
It
mug next to
teaches
you?
us that we cannot
Bahman Yar,
avoid the
they inquired.
repercussions
Ibn
of our
Sina
acts,
replied with no Bahman
and that
Yar,
we must be
looked up and
attentive
noticed a
of
lot of
our
snow
decisions.
outdoors. He was afraid to step
This
outside
notion
due to the
applies
exhilarating
to all
sound of the
parts of
fierce,
our
chilly
lives,
wind.
including
Ibn Sina
our
complained once
personal
more,
behavior,
oh, Bahman Yar, what caused the holdup?
and
I need some
professional
water.
activities.
I'm becoming thirsty.
The
Bahman Yar was
passage
afraid to
also
venture beyond the
conveys
cozy
a
covers
deeper
into the chilly air.
spiritual meaning,
So he was offering his tutor
reminding
flimsy
us
justifications.
that our acts in
Oh,
this
my
world
esteemed
have
instructor, you have just
consequences
left the
in
comfort of heavy
afterlife.
blankets. Thus it is not good
It
for you to drink
urges us
water.
to do good
Bahman
and
Yar
shun
said,
evil,
it is best that you go
knowing
back
that
to sleep
our
until the early
ultimate
morning, which is not
reward
far off.
is in
My
the
child, I need water. I'm very thirsty.
This
As a medical
message of
specialist,
Allah
I am more
acts as
aware
a
of what is
moral
damaging than you are.
compass,
Please bring me some
directing us
water from
toward
outside. I can't
virtuous
sleep.
behavior
Ibn Sina pleaded
and
once
urging
again.
us to accept
Bahman Yar responded by
responsibility
making more
for our
excuses
actions.
and claiming that going outside in such
reminds
bitterly
us
cold
that
weather
we are the
would cause him to get
masters
sick.
of our own
Having
fate,
said that,
and
he
the
returned to sleep.
decisions we make today
Everything was
will
completely silent,
influence our
and not a sound
future.
could be heard.
Allah,
With the exception of the first light of Subh Sadiq,
interacts
real
with people
daybreak,
in
beginning to
various
emerge on the
ways,
eastern horizon,
including
it was still
dreams,
completely dark
intuition,
outside.
and
The
natural
muezzin,
signs.
or caller to prayer,
Muslims
spoke melodiously
believe
from the top of a
Allah
minaret at the
leads
neighboring
and
mosque, breaking the
communicates
sudden
with His
quiet.
creation,
The muezzin
and
said,
that these
Allahu Akbar,
messages
or
may be
Allah is the greatest,
comprehended and
in a loud voice
understood
after
by
reciting a few
people of
verses from the
faith
Holy
and
Quran.
spiritual
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I attest
Worldly
that Allah
life
is the one
short,
deity.
so turn
The
to
muezzin's
Allah
melodic voice
before
was
you
silently
return
listened to by
Allah.
both the tutor and
It
his
is a
pupil.
reminder of
The phrase
fleeting
Ashhadu
nature
anna
of
Muhammadan
this
Rasulullah,
existence,
I bear testimony
and the
that
need
Muhammad
to
is the
seek
messenger
Allah's
of Allah,
guidance
was said
and
after the call to
kindness.
prayer.
It
Upon
is a
hearing
call
this,
to
Ibn Sina
prioritize
considered using the
spiritual
occasion to
things
reply to
over
Bahman Yar's
earthly
repeated offer of
activities,
assistance.
and to
Listen to me,
acknowledge
O my
that
son,
our
Bahman Yar,
ultimate
he said.
destination
I would now
is
want to
the
respond to your
hereafter.
repeated recommendation.
This
The
concept
pupil
is
sat up,
emphasized
listening
in
intently to what
various
his
Quran
knowledgeable tutor felt
passages,
compelled to say.
and the Prophet
Ibn
Muhammad's
Sina
teachings,
continued, saying,
peace
You
be
have often
upon
advised
him.
me to assert my prophetic
It serves
status,
as a
saying that if I
reminder of
did,
the
people would
shortness
have
of
complete
life
trust in me,
and
and
the
that you would be
need
the
to
first to
seek
do so.
Allah's
Now look,
guidance
you
and
have been a devoted
kindness.
student of mine for a
It
number of years,
motivates
and
us
have gained
to
a great deal
focus
from
on
me,
our
yet you did not
spiritual
thought it wise to
well-being
obey me by
and
leaving
live a
your cozy
decent
bed
and
for a little while to bring me
satisfying
water,
life
which I
in
really needed to
preparation
relieve
for
my
the
thirst.
hereafter.
Rather, you choose
For
to present
instance,
weak
in the
justifications.
Quran,
However,
Allah
consider
says,
this man
"And
who,
what
in
is
the
the
wee
life
hours
of
of today
this
morning,
world
made an
except
ablution with
the
cold water
enjoyment of
and came out
delusion?"
into the chilly air to
This
call for
verse
prayers at the top of the
emphasizes
minaret.
the transient
Its sole
nature
intention
of
is to obey
earthly
and show
pleasures
respect
and
for the
things,
directive from Allah, as
reminding
communicated
us
around 400
that they
years
should
ago
not
by his
detract
Prophet
from
Muhammad,
our main
peace be upon
purpose
him.
in life.
Oh my goodness, how different I am from that Prophet whom
Muhammad,
Allah sent.
peace be upon him, also said, "This world is a prison for the believer and a paradise for the disbeliever."